Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 3. It is round 5. Let's go to the first game. It is Geelong Cats versus Western Bulldogs at GMHBA Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. In the first quarter, Geelong 5-2-32 to Western Bulldogs 1-5-11. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, Geelong kicking 3 goals 1 to Western Bulldogs 5 goals 5. And at halftime, Geelong are leading by 5 points. It's 8-3-51 to Western Bulldogs 6-10-46. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Geelong have kicked 3 goals 2 to Western Bulldogs 1 goal 1. And at three-quarter time, Geelong are leading by 18 points, 11-5-71 to Western Bulldogs 7-11-53. Let's go to the last quarter, see who wins this game. And the final scores, Geelong have beaten the Western Bulldogs by 22 points. Geelong 13-8-86 to Western Bulldogs 8-16-64. Let's go to the second game. It's Fremantle versus GWS. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter, Fremantle have kicked 4 goals 2-26 to GWS Giants 2 goals 2. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Fremantle have kicked 5 goals 2 to GWS 4 goals 6. And at halftime, Fremantle are leading by 14 points, 9-4-58 to GWS Giants 6-8-44. Let's go to the third quarter. See how this game pans out. Fremantle have kicked 6 goals 5 to GWS 2 goals 5. And at three-quarter time, Fremantle are 15-9-99 to GWS Giants 8-13-61. Let's go to the last quarter. And in the end, Fremantle have won this game by 47 points. Fremantle are 21-13, 139 final score to GWS Giants 13-14, 92. All right, let's go to the third game of the round. It's North Melbourne versus Richmond at Marvel Stadium. And the first quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 6-42 to Richmond 5 goals, 3-33. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 2 goals 5 to Richmond 2 goals 2. And at halftime, North Melbourne are leading by 12 points, 8-11-59 to Richmond 7-5-47. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, North Melbourne have kicked 4 goals 4 to Richmond 6 goals 1. And at three-quarter time, Richmond are just down by 3 points. North Melbourne 12-15-87 to Richmond 13-6-84. Let's go to the last quarter. Anyone's game, this one. And North Melbourne and Richmond have kicked 3 goals 3 apiece. And North Melbourne, in the end, have won this game by 3 points. Final scores 15-18, 108 North Melbourne to Richmond 16-9, 105. What a classic. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Brisbane versus Adelaide Crows at the Gabba. Let's go to the first quarter. Brisbane have kicked 5 goals 3, 33 to Adelaide 4-5, 29. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Brisbane have kicked 6 goals 2 to Adelaide 6 goals 4. And at halftime, Brisbane are leading by 2 points. Brisbane 11-5-71 to Adelaide 10-9-69. Let's go to the third quarter. This might be a close game, this one. All right, Brisbane have kicked 2 goals 3 after halftime to Adelaide 4-2. And at three-quarter time, Adelaide are winning by 9 points. Brisbane 13-8-86 to Adelaide 14-11-95. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Brisbane have kicked 6 goals 3 to Adelaide 3 goals 5. And final scores, Brisbane 19-11, 125 to Adelaide 17-16, 118. Brisbane have won this game by 7 points. What a classic again. 2 games in a row. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Carlton versus Port Adelaide. First quarter down. Carlton 4-2-26 to Port Adelaide 3-6-24. So Port Adelaide are 2 points down. Let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Carlton have kicked 4-5 to Port Adelaide 3-1. And at halftime, Carlton are leading by 12 points. Carlton 8-7-55 to Port Adelaide 6-7-43. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Carlton have kicked 1-6 to Port Adelaide 2-5. And at three-quarter time, Carlton still leading by 7 points. Carlton 9-13-67 to Port Adelaide 8-12-60. Let's go to the last quarter. And in the end, Port Adelaide have won this game by 15 points. They've won it in the last quarter. Carlton kicking only 2-1 to Port Adelaide 5-5. And the final scores, Carlton 11-14-80 to Port Adelaide 13-17-95. Let's go to the next game. It's West Coast versus Collingwood at Optus Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. West Coast kicking 5-5-35 to Collingwood 5-3-33. Let's go to the second quarter. And West Coast have kicked 6-2 to Collingwood 2-4. And at halftime, West Coast are leading by 24 points. West Coast 11-7-73 to 7-7-49. Let's go to the third quarter of this game. And at three-quarter time, West Coast have kicked 2-4 to Collingwood 2-1. West Coast 13-11-89 to Collingwood 9-8-62. Collingwood are no wins for the season, and they're looking like they will lose another game here, and it has happened. West Coast in the last quarter have kicked 5-3 to Collingwood 5-3. And in the end, West Coast have won this game by 27 points. West Coast 18-14-122 to Collingwood 14-11-95. All right, let's go to the next game. It's Melbourne versus St Kilda at the MCG. First quarter down. Melbourne have kicked 1-4-10 to St Kilda 5-1-31. All right, let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter is down. Melbourne have kicked 3-2 to St Kilda 2-5. And at halftime, St Kilda are leading by 3 goals. Melbourne 4-6-30 to St Kilda 7-6-48. Let's go to the third quarter. See who gets out of the blocks at halftime. Melbourne have kicked 3-1 to St Kilda 5-4. So Melbourne at three-quarter time is 7-7-49 to St Kilda 12-10-82. Let's go to the last quarter. Final quarter, Melbourne, St Kilda. And St Kilda have run out winners by 38 points. Melbourne have kicked 12 goals, 11-83 to St Kilda, 18-13-121. All right, second last game of the round, Sydney versus Hawthorn at SCG. Let's go to the first quarter. And they've only kicked one major each. Sydney 1-1-7, Hawthorn 1-2-8. Let's go to the second quarter. And Sydney have kicked 2-3 to Hawthorn 4-4. And at halftime, Hawthorn are leading by 14 points. Sydney 3-4-22 to Hawthorn 5-6-36. All right, let's go to the third quarter of this game. And Sydney have kicked 6-3 to Hawthorn 4-6. And at three-quarter time, Hawthorn are leading by 5 points. Sydney 9-7-61 to Hawthorn 9-12-66. All right, let's see who wins this game. It's going to be close. And in the end, Hawthorn have won this game by 15 points. Sydney final score 13-8, 86 to Hawthorn final score 14-17, 101. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's Essendon versus Gold Coast Suns at Marvel Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. Essendon 2-3-15 to Gold Coast 2-1-13. Okay, let's go to the second quarter. Essendon have kicked 4-2 to Gold Coast 2-4. And at halftime, Essendon are leading by 12 points. They're 6-5-41 to Gold Coast 4-5-29. All right, let's go to the third quarter for Essendon versus Gold Coast Suns. And Essendon have kicked 4-2 to Gold Coast 4-6. And at three-quarter time, Essendon are leading by 8 points. Essendon 10-7-67 to Gold Coast 8-11-59. All right, anyone's game in the last quarter. Let's go to the last one. And Essendon have run out winners by 33 points. They've put on the goals in the last quarter. They've kicked 5-3 to Gold Coast 1-2. And in the end, final scores, Essendon 15-10, 100 to Gold Coast Suns 9-13, 67. All right, so let's have a look at the ladder after round 5. And the top 4 goes West Coast Eagles are on top with the Brisbane Lions 2nd, North Melbourne 3rd, and St Kilda in 4th place. And then we've got Fremantle 5th, Melbourne 6th, Hawthorn 7th, and Port Adelaide 8th. Just remember, this season is only 17 rounds plus finals. So it's going to be a quicker season than previous seasons. So we'll see you next time on AFT Dice Season 3.